Hey all, Jordan Connect here for another episode of Embrace the Chase. And I'm really excited today because we're moving along well into the new year. We are on episode 48. And today you guys are in for a treat. We have Josh Ryan with us, who's literally on the other side of the world, so far away that it's actually tomorrow for most of us. It's his Sunday, which I'm pumped to have him, guys, because he is the CEO of Cleverpreneur, and he is a massive Instagram influencer. But I don't want to spoil anything. But Josh, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
No, that's about it. That's me. That's what I'm up to.
I love it. I love it, man. So you actually just graduated high school not too long ago. And one of the things that I love about you, because I've been following you now for probably 6 months, is that I hear people make excuses all the time of saying, I'm too young to do something. And you've just been crushing it online. So if you could do us a favor, can you start us from the very beginning? What got you into entrepreneurship and then eventually Instagram?
So I guess, well, thank you for the introduction, but
Sure.
I guess my parents are both reasonably entrepreneurial, and they've always sort of never been, I know a lot of people, their parents have pretty limiting beliefs. My parents have never been like that, so it's always been real cool with that. When I was like a kid, I grew up in a very small town where there was maybe 2,000 people in it, and I wanted to make some more money, but I also played a lot of football, soccer, as you might call it over there.
Yep.
And yeah, and I want to make some money, and Dad's like, Josh, you can have anything you want in this world, like a bit of a motivational sort of speech. And then the next day I came back to him with a list, and he's like, yep, you can. And I had like trips to watch Barcelona play football, like all these things. And he's like, yeah, you can have that, but you got to find a way to make the money for it. And then so I went out, and my first business was actually a Coke vending machine when I was 9. And that made me money, and I loved it because it was like passive income before I knew what passive income was. And so I made money while I was playing football and doing what I love. And so that was sort of like my first business. Then we moved town, and so I couldn't take it with me. And then I sort of got into Instagram. I sort of guess I started a few like of those like weird like viral pages trying to just get a bunch of followers. And then I sort of stopped that, and I just made like a dream board sort of thing. Posted like cool cards, quotes, images, and then other people related with that and started following. And then I saw that people were making money, and I just went all in on it and started putting out lots and lots of content and working hard on it. And it sort of evolved from there. As I gained more followers, I met more people who were doing different things, and that sort of just led me to where everything is today.
I love it, man. So if you could do us a huge favor, and like even myself, who's still very green when it comes to Instagram, what are the business models to make money online, specifically Instagram? Because I can understand if you have 1 million followers, how are you monetizing that other than maybe getting merchandise sales? What are the ways people can actually, or should I say this? This is a real question. What's the incentive to build a large Instagram?
So, I mean, building a large Instagram can be awesome for anything. I mean, it's pretty cool, firstly, that like you get a bunch of followers. But basically, I get paid when brands want me to promote their product. So, like, if you want to get more viewers on your podcast, people like with a podcast might come message me and be like, hey, can you promote our podcast and feature our podcast on your page? And then you'll get more viewers, and they pay for that. Or like watch brands will pay us, or, people selling digital courses. So if someone's promoting a course on how to make money online, we've got a big audience, and so we can help them get sales sort of thing. And that's basically how that works. You can do merchandise, but I feel that works better when you've got a personal connection. Like when it's a personal brand, I think that can work very well. Like what all the Jake Paul and Logan Paul and all of them are doing. I think that can be very powerful, but not so much when it's like a themed page like what I've got.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you specifically stick to certain niches, or are you kind of all over the place with your brands?
I try and stick to reasonably specific niches. Like I've got 3 pages in the motivational niche, which are probably my main income earners from Instagram. And so, yeah, we just promote different entrepreneurs, different products, stuff like that. And having more pages in one niche means you can just like upsell people. So if someone hits me up on account 1, I can be like, yeah, we can promote you on there, but we've also got these other 2 which you can use as well. Whereas if that was a page in the, I don't know, golf niche and the luxury niche, it might not work as well because it's not the same sort of thing. So I try to stick to one niche and keep it like that.
Okay. What would you say is a common mistake that you see people make when they're trying to grow their Instagram accounts?
Well, as far as Instagram specifically, they just lots of people don't make it clear what they're up to. They don't make it clear what they are doing, what they are, what their niche is. Like they might one day be posting a motivational quote, the next day there's a picture of them with their dog, the next day there is some random picture of a car. If people want to build a motivational account, just post motivational posts because that's what they want to see, and stick to like one niche. People often try and create an account and appeal to a whole range of people. And if you're trying to appeal to everyone, you're going to appeal to no one, really. So the number one thing is probably stick to one niche. The same will go probably for my advice for people that are trying to make money online in general. And I did this a lot too, was just jumping from different thing to different thing. And if you just focus on one thing, then you'll do so much better on Instagram and in general.
So I do have a side question. When it comes to hashtags, and by the way, thank you. That was a great answer. When it comes to hashtags, how important are they really? Because I've seen so much conflicting information online of people saying they're irrelevant, you don't have to worry about them. And then there's been people that have said, like, how often do you search a hashtag and go look at all the pictures people posted under that? So I'm kind of all over the place under that. What's like the real answer that you use?
This is probably actually also the biggest mistake, actually, with hashtags. Hashtags are super powerful if you use them right. Now, the thing with hashtags is if you show up, like when there's a hashtag, right? If there's a hashtag motivation, when you search it, there's going to be 9 posts at the top, and that's like the top 9 posts on that hashtag in the last sort of 24 hours or so. And you get there by getting a whole pile of likes, engagement, and Instagram sort of puts you there. Now, if you show up there, you stay there for like 24 hours, so you're going to get a lot of people seeing you. If you don't show up there, there's literally 100 or 150 posts every single minute using that hashtag, so you're going to get no traction. So everyone goes out there and uses hashtag motivation, hashtag business. And these are these massive hashtags that lots and lots of people are using, and you only get any followers as if you're basically winning on that hashtag. And so, like, if you're trying to win on that hashtag, you're competing against all the big boys. Like, imagine, like, if I went in, like, I race bikes, I can either go and race in the Tour de France and try and win, or I can go and race in a local club one. If you use smaller hashtags and win them every single time, ranking up on them, you'll get a lot of growth, and especially with the right content. And yeah, if you use big hashtags, it's going to be super hard to get anywhere because it's going to be unlikely you're going to show up like in that top post section. But if you use smaller ones that no one really uses, but still get a lot of traction, then it's good. And by showing up on those, lots of people think, oh, who searches the hashtags? But that also dictates who shows up on the explore page. So like when you go to the search bar, because people might not necessarily search hashtags, but lots of people go through there. I know myself, sometimes you'll go to search someone and then you see something, then you click on it and you end up scrolling through it all. So you show up there as well if you rank on the hashtags. Okay.
What's the sweet spot then, in your opinion, like when it comes to ranking for a hashtag? So I think like if I search motivation, it's got like 65 million posts or something. What's too small then?
I use, well, I guess it depends. Like if you're a bigger page, like say Millionaire Dream, which is my main one, I've got 410,000 on that. If I use bigger hashtags, I can get away with it because I get a lot of engagement on it. But for a smaller account, I use what's called like a stack. So I'll create the hashtag, I'll create sets of hashtags very specifically. So you might have 5 hashtags in your set of like 28 or 29 that are quite small. So like up to maybe 100,000 posts on it. So it's pretty small, but you're going to win it every single time. So regardless, you're going to get a little bit of growth. And then I might have 5 hashtags between like 100,000 users and 500,000 users. And if you win the small ones, chances are you probably go up and move up a bit. And then there's the next 5, maybe 500,000 to 1 million, then 1 million to maybe 2 million, and then 5 that are quite big over 2 million. So if you really hit it lucky and you get a bunch of followers and you get a bunch of likes, you can hit it on some of those bigger ones. But if you have like that, you're guaranteed to get some followers sort of every time. And then I guess as it progresses, if you get a lot of engagement, you can boost up on the other ones, if that makes sense.
That's pretty intricate. So let's kind of move on to current projects, because everything you just said right there, I'm going to be completely honest with you. When it comes to Facebook, all makes sense to me. When it comes to Instagram, the whole layering and stacking thing really confuses me. So let's say somebody like me, Josh, wants my handheld. How can people work with you in regards to personal coaching, helping them through their Instagram account, or even passive coaching?
So I do have an Instagram course, and I'm sort of doing like a bit of like a mastermind offer where it's like a little bit more, and then I'm putting in like a 90-day thing. So a group call, I would think I posted about it on Facebook yesterday, I think. 10 people, and then like it'll be like a group weekly call sort of thing for like 3 months, and just to really help people get results. Because courses are very good, and but also everyone's different. Everyone's business is different, so a bit of one-on-one help is also often very good as well when you're looking at buying things. So we do have that. Yeah, that's probably my main offer, I guess, as far as like coaching and that. I don't do lots of consulting, but sometimes I'll throw it in like on top of a course thing, because then someone gets the base overview, and then they can come to me for like the next level, so the next step that they take for their specific business, I guess.
Okay, that makes sense. I've also seen you promote other things on your Facebook page, so like smaller ticket items as well. Is that stuff you just do intermittently, or do you actually have tiers of different products that people can reach out and purchase?
Yeah, so I do. I sort of put together as like a sales funnel. So like I've got like an ebook, and then like a smaller offer, and then like my course sort of thing, and then coaching on top of that if people want it. And Facebook's pretty cool because you can promote. The way it works with the algorithm is that you can promote like you would have seen the post the other day where I was promoting like an $8 product, and you get like 200 people comment on it, and then if you just follow up with all them people, I think I made a couple grand off that post sort of thing. By the time people did that and bought the upsells, so I do have like smaller products, and yeah, but not many. Just
yeah, I mean, just watching that alone the other day kind of blew my mind, because I was sitting back thinking about it, because I think Ty Lopez is genius when it comes to, he doesn't really make products. He gets a bunch of smart people in a room. Yeah. And the way you were promoting that $8 product hurt my head, because I'm so used to people just trying to do good sales copy and shove their product down our throats. And you were basically just like, hey, what's up? I'm giving this thing away for $8, basically. Comment below, and I'll send you a private link. And I'd never seen that done before. And you had massive engagement. So I have no doubt that you probably made a couple of grand just off that alone. Because I remember I messaged you myself, which is super. What made you come up with that idea, or did you learn that from someone?
I didn't really learn that. I haven't actually seen anyone teaching that yet. So like, I guess I always did Facebook and just did like, posted like cool quotes and stuff like that, like I did on Instagram. And I don't know exactly how I came up with it. I mean, you see all the people promoting them scammy things like comment if you want a free $100. Yeah. And I sort of guess I took it from there and put it into something where there was like value, and like, I guess put it more out there. So like talking about what it is. So you're going to teach how to do Facebook marketing, and it's going to cost you $8, and just drop a comment below. And then when you get lots of people commenting on it, then it just sort of like goes viral, I guess, because it's not like a pitch. If I just put my link in the first comments, no one comments, you might get 20 likes and like a couple sales. But sure. Yeah, that's sort of where it stems from.
So I have a hot question for you, and I guess it's not really a hot question, but maybe it is for me. You made a status the other day that talked about the difference between Facebook and Instagram, and why you should use both of them, but for two different purposes. So when it comes to, let's say, somebody building their personal brand, in your opinion, how should they use either platform?
So I guess every case is different, but like if someone's trying to build their personal brand, I think Facebook is very easy to get that very personal connection. Instagram is great to get massive viral growth on posts that aren't picture to you sort of thing, like viral content and that. So what I was meaning with that was, if someone's like starting out, people start out like, do I start with Facebook? Do I start with Instagram? I say you start with Instagram. You can get a whole pile of followers like going viral. You get 100,000 followers in a matter of 3 or 4 or 5 months, and then you can start branding yourself on Facebook and talk about like your success and give people tips and tricks. And there's much more of that personal connection, I guess, on Facebook than you get on other social media. Because everyone's got like everything out there, their name and all of that, their face. And I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but yeah, I just found that it's much stronger for that. Like I get much more interaction on my Facebook page than I do on my personal Instagram. Although that is growing on my personal Instagram, it is getting better.
I like it. So then let's transition to kind of future goals for 2018. So what's in store for you, man? You know, do you have like a huge moonshot long term, or what do you want to get accomplished this year?
I just sort of want to scale up my businesses a bit. So I've got like my courses. We do like management, Instagram management, and like I'm looking at diving into a little bit on e-commerce. But then again, I don't want to take my focus away from my other stuff. But I don't really have, I guess, a big vision or something that I'm working towards yet. I guess I'm sort of going along with what I'm doing, just trying to make some more money, build up my businesses, help some more people. And I guess sooner or later, I'll stumble across something that I just really, really connect with, and I just can't get away from, sort of thing. Like I think soon enough, I'm going to find something like that that I can just really get behind, and just have a massive vision for, whether it's creating some sort of physical product or like a software or something that I guess, yeah, same sort of like charity. Like, I mean, I give a little bit of money to charity, but I think soon enough I'll find something that is really powerful and that I really, really congruent with.
I love it, man. That's really cool. Guys, for those of you watching live right now, or those of you watching the replay, down below, I'm going to have everything linked, obviously, when we're no longer live, for all of Josh's stuff. So please feel free to reach out to him. He really is what you're seeing here. He's not somebody different behind the camera. He's a really cool dude. If you have any questions, reach out to him. He's got a whole slew of products that can help you guys with your Instagram and your branding. And I'd highly recommend getting into his program, where he's going to hold your hand, basically, for the coming weeks. That's not going to last very long. So jump into that while you guys still can. But Josh, to respect your time as well, I'm going to ask you the last question that I ask everybody that comes on the podcast. And that is there anything that's on your heart or on your mind right now that you want people to know about? And this can either be about you, somebody else, a specific cause, or even Instagram, I guess.
So like a specific, like something that I really feel passionate about, sort of thing. Yeah. Well, like I said, like before, I don't really think I've really found that one desire thing. So I mean, obviously I'm really passionate about Instagram and like growing that with social media and that, and learning more about how I can help people with that. But I don't really think I've really found that like burning thing inside me yet.
Well, ironically, now that you've just said that out loud, I think that's some of the best advice that somebody's actually given on here without you knowing it. Because more often than not, I feel like we all have to have something that we're working towards. But you have massive success even on your end, and you still haven't found that yet. So that's kind of cool, man. I like that. Thank you for your honesty.
Thanks. Yeah, I feel like lots of people see, because like lots of those like mega successful people, they were walking down the street one day and something hit them, and they just went for it. So lots of people think they need to have that thing. At the moment, I'm just trying to build my business, because I know that if I build my business now and I start making more money, when I do find that one thing, whether it's like a business I want to launch that's going to help people, or whether it's a charity or whatever, I will have the money and I'll have the time to do that. Like, rather than just being broke and tied into working a 9 to 5 or whatever, I'll actually be able to do it. So at the moment, that's still like my plan. Getting ready for when I do find it.
It's true, man. I love it. I really appreciate it. Well, guys, like I said, for those of you watching live, check out all of his stuff below. Josh, I'm going to also promote this into our personal Facebook group. So feel free to take any of your stuff that you want to promote and add it in there as well, because a lot of people have been asking for Instagram help since the majority of our stuff is Facebook. So I'd love to have you going ahead and promote in there. But thank you so much for coming on, brother. I know it's a little weird, you being in Sunday already and I'm in Saturday, and we're trying to figure all this out. But do you have any closing thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, I think that's about it. Just if you want something, go out and get it, and focus on one thing at once. I think is the best piece of advice I can give. Is just go all in on one thing, build that up, learn it, master it.
Sweet. Thanks, Josh. Really appreciate it.
No worries. Cheers, man.